Hello, everyone. It's Duchess DJ Love, founder of gallivantinglikearoyal.com, and today we're going to be discussing dementia, the three symptoms of dementia that causes the most confusion, and also they can be warning signs if someone has dementia. So we're going to touch on those today. But let me tell you a little bit more about me. Again, I'm Duchess DJ Love. I'm the founder of gallivantinglikearoyal.com. I also have the popular YouTube channel Gallivanting Like a Royal, where you can travel on a budget. I share travel inspiration, lifestyle tips, and interviews, and just things to brighten up your day. On the Duchess DJ Love channel, which I'm featuring today with my Dementia Diaries, Duchess DJ Dementia Diaries, is on my YouTube channel, Duchess DJ Love, my name, and it's about how to. I'm sharing with you how-to tips on how to travel wisely, how to travel safe, how to travel on a budget, how to have affordable travel. Also, I share money secrets because in life, we need money. Money pays the bills. So I can teach some wealth building tips, some money saving tips, and some make your money work for you tips, because that's what I say. Make your money work for you. Because when I travel, my money is working for me while I'm traveling, while I'm sleeping, while I'm flying across the ocean, those kind of things. Also, I've been sharing my YouTube tips, what I have found to grow my YouTube channel. Gallivanting Like a Royal has over 33,000 subscribers and lots of views. However, I don't know how that happened. It just kind of happened. So on my Duchess DJ Love channel, this channel, I'm focusing on each week. How does my YouTube channel grow? What tools am I using to make it grow? What SEO optimizations am I including? These kind of tips I'm sharing with you each week. And most of my content is live like this, but I like to also use what I call my content creations, my faceless videos, because I travel frequently. But I don't want my videos to stop because I'm traveling. So I'll have a faceless video with you, giving you tips, giving you insider advice, techniques to use. So just because you don't see my sweet smiling face on one of my videos, don't just disregard it. Listen to it, because those tips are important, and I will share more on those as we go along each week. So I may refer back to one that I said watch, week 5 or week 6, or I might touch on, okay, how can caregivers have more money, to pay the bills because, they had to reduce their hours to take care of their loved ones. These are the kind of things we'll be talking about. So that's what it's all about today. So thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. And let's talk about some things that cause dementia confusion in our loved ones, because, you know, my mom has, in case you didn't know, my mom has had dementia for over a decade. But we live pretty productive lives because I like to travel. So guess what? Lady Lexi has to fly across that pond with me. She has to go to Europe. She has to go on cruises with me. She has to take road trips. And I'm not going to say it's easy. Sometimes it's very stressful, but we have learned ways and tips to make it work for us, and I'm going to share those with you, okay? So let's go with, let's start with tip number 1 on what causes confusion with dementia patients. And again, I can relate to a lot of this because, hey, I've experienced it firsthand. Short-term memory loss. This is the big one with dementia, folks with dementia. And what I mean by that is they can't tell you what they did yesterday. They can't tell you what they did 5 minutes ago. They forget. And this is often one of the earliest signs of dementia, because patients, may forget recent events or conversations, or even where they place things. And they may remember things from years ago, but struggle with things that happened earlier in the day, or what they had for lunch, or what even my name is. I ask my mom frequently, what is my name? Just so she'll know who I am. And a lot of times she'll look at me, she goes, I know you, I just can't remember your name right now. And that is good, because I like to know that she knows me. But there are times when she doesn't know who I am. And I've noticed that when she don't know who I am, that short-term memory loss, she's smart enough to know that that short-term memory is gone. So she'll look at me and she'll go, oh, I like that shirt you have on today. Or I like the color of your lips, or your hair looks good, or your pants looks good, or your shoes, or if I have something in my hands, oh, I like that. She compliments me, so I'll talk to her. And then it's like trying to find ways to bring that memory back. Also, when she first wakes up in the morning, sometimes she forgets where we at. Then again, We travel frequently, so that is normal. Because like I say, even me, I wake up some mornings when I'm traveling. Okay, am I at home now? Where am I at today? Kind of look around. But for my mom, even when she's in her own home, she'll just lay in bed sometimes and just stay there and just kind of look around. And I'll walk in and, hey mom, let us get up. No, I want to lay here. I'll lay here. And it's not that she wants to lay there or be still. She doesn't know where she's at, and she knows she was in that bed. That's a safe place. She's not getting out of that bed. So, these are some of the things that I've dealt with, and I've learned how to manage those. Like when she doesn't want to get up, even if she's in her chair in the living room and for whatever reason, come on, let's go eat, or let's go somewhere. I need to go to an appointment. And she's like, no, I'm not going. Go on, Mom. No, I'm not going. I'm not getting out of this chair. I know then that she doesn't recognize who I am. So what can I do to bring that short-term memory back? I do this little number here, rub her cheeks, look her in the eyes and love on her and give her a big hug. Mommy, it's me, it's me, it's me. And we have these little gestures that we do, me and my dad, so that she hears those things or hears those sounds, she knows it's us. So we'll do that a little bit. That usually will bring her out of it long enough for she to recognize who we are for a little bit. Or I'll go get some photos and say, hey, you know who this is? You know who this is? And she'll just smile. Because there were the younger years, like, 10 years ago, she remembers. She goes, oh, okay. Then that calms her down and we can go on about our business. But that short-term memory is something that, dementia patients struggle with. And it bothers them, like my mom. My mom would get frustrated. I should know this. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. And it's not that she's that, but that's the way she's feeling. That's her frustrations come back because she knows she should know these things. She knows she should know my name. She knows that she should be able to, know where the bathroom's at or where the kitchen's at or whatever. And it bothers her that she's not. So work on the short-term memory with your loved ones. Show them pictures, reinforce who they are, let them know, hey, tell them who they are over and over. Tell them who you are over and over and over. And so my mom knows how to get water out of the refrigerator. I'll have her go get me water out of the refrigerator, whether I need it or not. I have her go get water. We just send her back and forth to the refrigerator so she doesn't forget that's where you get the water. We don't want her going to the bathroom because who knows where she may try to get the water from, or the kitchen sink, because she might pick up a dirty glass or dirt, we don't know. But we take precautions in advance. But there's also a second thing that causes confusion in dementia patients. And that would be difficulty finding the right words. Again, my mom knows who I am, and she may, she can't remember who I am, but she'll tell me, I know you're that good lady. You take care of me. She may not be able to find the words to tell me who I am with my name. Or like with we have cows on the ranch. She'll call them animals. She rarely calls them cows, even though she knows they're cows, but animals is the word that comes out for her. Or if we're riding along and we see something along the road, a car or an ambulance or anything like that, it's a truck. There goes that big truck. You see that truck. Everything's a truck. Because she cannot find the words to tell me exactly what it is. She knows it and she's doing her best to communicate her thoughts with me, but they're just not coming out. And they come out in words that we don't understand. Like to tell me she's hungry. She don't know how to tell me she's hungry, but she knows to go get a plate and bring me a plate and sit in front of me. Or she'll give me her cup, empty cup. Okay. In other words, you need to put something in that cup. You need to put something in that plate. So these are the tips that I've learned because she cannot find the right words. And you can ask her questions. She'll sit there and think about it for a little bit. And then when she does get something out, it's pretty well thought out, but it's very simplistic. Like we asked her, do you want grits this morning for breakfast? I usually do. So, she comes up with these answers because she cannot find the right words to express herself. And that is very challenging because, Mommy, do you hurt? I'm fine. Okay. And then she'll tell me later, my arm is hot. I feel heat. In other words, she's pointing to what's hurting, but again, it's not hurting. It's heat. It's hot. Or, or it's cold, or she uses whatever word she knows and she'll point to it. That's our way of communicating now, because difficulty of finding the right words is very hard for folks with dementia because it takes their conversation away. It takes their memory of the words away. It's like they have to relearn everything. So that's like when we walk, I say, Mom, there's that bird. You see that bird? You know what we're doing right now? We're walking. This is the road that we're on. This is a fence. I kind of point out things for her, even though she may not remember them. but it's that word association. It may strike something up in her brain to help with that. So that's what I want to do. I want to kind of help her bridge that gap with finding the words to express herself. And as a caregiver, I'm having to kind of understand in her mannerisms, her actions. Like I said, when she don't want to get up from a chair or from the bed, that's probably because she's scared or she doesn't know where she's at because her memory's gone and she doesn't have the words to express me. I don't know you right now. I'm scared. I can't get up. Those kind of things. So, difficulty finding the words is a very, very, very common thing with dementia patients. And we get frustrated with them, but we don't understand they can't find the right words. And a very common mistake is, let's say, it's your grandma and you go visit your grandma. Well, you got other cousins or, other siblings. What if she calls you one of those by their names? It's not an insult to you, not that she don't know who she is. That's the only name that's coming to her mind. So give her some space and grace for that because she's doing her best. She may not know your name, but she's calling you the name that's coming to her mind. That's her letting you know, I can understand you. I see you, but I just can't get the words out to express it. So just be cognizant of that when you're dealing with the dementia patients because they may call you Aunt Mary or Aunt Sue because those are names that's coming to them. Or you may look like them at a younger age. And it doesn't necessarily mean that that's them. But again, they're associating what they know with the limited vocabulary that they have. So just think about that when you're dealing with someone with dementia. They're not trying to be difficult, but think about it. If you're confused, aren't you a little bit agitated? Or now aren't you a little bit agitated? Aren't you a little bit upset? Something strikes you, you kind of hot off the head. They're the same way because they're blaming themselves internally that why am I doing this? Why I'm not smart enough. So just remember that. Be good to them. And the third tip that we're going to talk the third tip is disorientation. And this includes confusion about the time, place, even familiar environments because patients, may get lost in their own neighborhood or, they forget the day, the time, anything like that. Again, we touched on this with my mom. Disoriented. She wakes up and she doesn't know where she's at. She doesn't want to get out of bed. Okay, so that tells you that she's confused about, first off, did I take a nap? Is it daytime? Is it nighttime? Am I supposed to stay in the bed? Because here's the thing. We have a routine in our house. You stay in bed until it's time to get up. She may wake up in the middle of the night and go to the restroom. I say, no, you got to go back to bed. It's still nighttime. So it's amazing she remembers that. So it's like, okay, is it okay to get up now? She wants to know, is it okay to get up now? Is it time to get up? Because she has forgotten those things. Also, you might think about when I take her to the airport. You would think that would be a very confusing time for being disoriented in the airport. But guess what? In that airport, her brain is working very well because she knows she cannot lose me. She listens to me. She's paying attention. For whatever reason, her brain works and she's sharp. She stays right with me. She understands instructions. Except sometimes when I tell her, let's go to the restroom, there's a lot of people in there. She doesn't know what that means. So I have to take her to the bathroom and say, hey, sit down at least for a little bit. Let's just try to go. We're going to be on the plane for a while. So this orientation thing goes back to them wanting to wander. As I come, you hear a lot of dementia patients about the wandering syndrome. Well, guess what I found out about that wandering? I have been able to pretty much cure that with 3 simple tips. I have a video on that earlier in my dementia playlist. You ought to check that out because I tell you how wandering is cured by 3 simple things. It works for my mom. I bet it'll work for your loved one too. At least give it a try. And if it's not those exact 3 things for your loved one, it's probably 2 out of 3, or there's something when you listen to that, you'll get the understanding for it. So go check that out in my playlist. But these top 3 confusion-related symptoms that are commonly observed in dementia patients are very frustrating. Okay, we got the short-term memory loss to deal with. We got their difficulty of finding words, and they can be disorientated. Now think about that if you, let's just say for something your memory just snaps and you can't remember anything. And you got a project to do, or you driving down the road and you're like, oh my goodness, where am I at? You kind of like you go blank for a second. Or you know how it is when you're talking and all of a sudden you can't remember something that and just kind of goes away from you. Or if you're in a place and you're like, oh, am I in the right place? This store doesn't look like the one that I'm used to. Where's the milk at? What aisle is it on in the grocery store? This one's not like the one I'm used to. Think about how you feel on something simple like that. 10 times that the way a dementia patient feels, overwhelming. And they don't know how to express it. They don't know how to tell you, I can't remember right now. My short-term memory's gone. Because they can't find the right words to express it. Might not even know your name. And they're like, I know her, but I don't know her name. Or they just confused about where they are. That disorientation. Okay, am I supposed to be here? Am I supposed to be there? These are just simple things that they deal with on a daily basis. So I just wanted to remind you of those, part of my Duchess DJ Dementia Diaries, let you know what we deal with, what is an everyday occurrence to me that I deal with on the dementia caregiving for my mom. But back to those three things I'm wondering, I'll tell you real quick. If my mom's hungry, she's not feeling well, or she needs a restroom. That's why she wanders. That's why she plunders. That's why she gets into things. Because again, that short-term memory is gone. She don't know how to express it. She don't know how to get those things for herself, and she's disorientated where she's at. So she wanders. So if I feed my mom, if that's the cure, let's try number one. I feed her. She's not hungry. That ain't it. Okay, I take her to the bathroom, and she still wants one. That's not it. Then she must be hurting someone or other. So we have these little magical white pills, as I call them. They're not really magical. They're kind of like aspirin, ibuprofen, something like that. But they're friendly for her. Again, if you give anybody some medicine, check with your doctor. So these were approved by my doctor to give her. But within 30 minutes, she's better. Give her those pills. If she's hurting somewhere, that takes it away. And again, if all else fails, get in the car and ride her around. Something about driving them around and they're looking at different things, it makes that brain start working because they're out of their comfort zone. They don't know if you're going to throw them out. They don't know if they're lost. These kind of things be going through their head. It brings them back to you, or at least it does for me. 5 minutes in the car gets my mom where she's calm, kind of knows who I am. 30 minutes, we're pretty much good. We can go back home and the rest of the evening is great. But that's all that I have for you now. I'm Duchess DJ Love. Also, I have a book, Navigating the World, Traveling with a Loved One with Dementia, where I give you tips on that. And I got another book coming out, Patience Should Be Ready for Christmas, which I dive into each letter of patience, what each letter represents, and how that affects a dementia patient, and tips to overcome them, to cure it, kind of what I would call a temporary fix, a solution, because they work. Again, I wouldn't be able to fly around the world with my mom if I haven't found ways to help her deal with her dementia. And my dad says she probably wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for me giving her such good care. But I'm the primary caregiver. That takes a toll on me, takes a toll on finances. We're going to be talking about that in another episode. So I just want to share a little Duchess DJ Dementia tips with you. And again, let's just give you a little information about who I am. Let's get to know Duchess.
Who is Duchess DJ Love? Duchess DJ Love is not only a travel aficionado, but also a savvy financial expert. Through her blog, Gallivanting Like a Royal, and her podcasts, she shares invaluable insights on wealth mindset and financial empowerment. Duchess DJ Love's practical advice and strategies help her audience navigate the complexities of money management with confidence and ease. Her dedication to financial literacy is evident in her engaging content, where she breaks down complex financial concepts into easy-to-understand tips. Whether it's budgeting for a luxurious getaway or investing wisely, Duchess DJ Love's guidance ensures her followers are well-equipped to achieve their financial goals. With the grace and warmth of a true Southern belle, Duchess DJ Love inspires her audience to not only explore the world, but also to build a secure and prosperous future.